Detailed minutiae of soldier life in the Army of Northern Virginia, 1861 through 1865, by Carlton McCarthy. Recording by James Winston. Chapter 1. A Voice from the Ranks. Introductory. We are familiar with the names and deeds of the generals, from the commander-in-chief down to the almost innumerable brigadiers, and we are all more or less ignorant of the habits and characteristics of the individuals who composed the rank and file of the grand armies of 1861 through 1865. As time rolls on, the historian, condensing matters, mentions the men by brigades, divisions, and corps. But here let us look at the individual soldiers separated from the huge masses of men composing the armies and doing his own work and duty. The fame of Lee and Jackson worldwide, and as the years increase ever brighter, is but condensed and personified admiration of the Confederate soldier, wrung from an unwilling world by his matchless courage, endurance, and devotion. Their fame is an everlasting monument to the mighty deeds of the nameless host who followed them through so much toil and blood to glorious victories. The weak, as a rule, are borne down by the strong, but that does not prove that the strong are also the right. The weak suffer wrong, learn the bitterness of it, and finally, by resisting it, become the defenders of right and justice. When the mighty nations of the earth oppress the feeble, they nerve the arms and fire the hearts of God's instruments for the restoration of justice. And when one section of a country oppresses and insults another, the result is the pervasive malady, war, which will work out the health of the nation or leave it a bloody corpse. The principles for which the Confederate soldier fought, and in defense of which he died, are today the harmony of this country. So long as they were held in abeyance, the country was in turmoil and on the verge of ruin. It is not fair to demand a reason for actions above reason. The heart is greater than the mind. No man can exactly define the cause for which the Confederate soldier fought. He was above human reason and above human law, secure in his own rectitude of purpose, accountable to God only, having assumed for himself a nationality which he was minded to defend with his life and his property, and thereto pledged his sacred honor. In the honesty and simplicity of his heart, the Confederate soldier had neglected his own interests and rights, until his accumulated wrongs and indignities forced him to one grand, prolonged effort to free himself from the pain of them. He dared not refuse to hear the call to arms, so plain was the duty and so urgent the call. His brethren.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?